friends, welcome back, and in this video we'll be studying about marketing management, unit 11 of business studies, class 12 CBSE. And this video is also applicable to MCOM MBA students, so they have this subject too. So and I would also request all the subscribers to share this video to your friends, relatives, neighbors and cousins. Okay, so let's start with marketing and let's try to understand the meaning of marketing. So basically marketing is a process which helps in the flow of goods and services from producers to consumers. Now this is one of the very simplest definition of marketing, and marketing starts much before the production and continues even after the sale of goods and services. And it includes a number of marketing activities like product designing, packaging, warehousing, transportation, branding, selling, advertising, sales promotion. So there are a lot of things. So basically it is a process. So you must remember that marketing is a process, and that helps in the movement of goods and services from manufacturers to consumers. So that is marketing. And let's move on to features of marketing. What are the important characteristics of marketing? Basically there are four types of features of marketing. The first one is needs and wants, and the second one is market offer, third customer value, and fourth exchange mechanism. So let's see how these needs and wants are one of the feature of marketing. Basically, the marketing process, it tries to identify the needs and wants of the consumers, and accordingly it tries to fulfill the demands of the consumers. So that's why needs, or identifying the needs and wants of consumers, is one of the important feature of marketing. The second is market offer. Marketing always offers some type of goods and services at a price to the consumers. So that is market offer. The third one is market customer value. That means the product and service which is offered in the market must have some value in relation to the cost. I mean, whatever the price that the consumer is paying, so that is for the value of the goods and services that he is getting from the producer. So therefore it should contain a certain value. Then comes mechanism, I mean exchange mechanism, and here the goods and services are exchanged with a price or money. So these are the four important features of marketing. Okay, now let's try to understand what is this marketing management. So marketing is a process, marketing management is also a process, but the difference lies between the management functions: planning, organizing, directing, controlling. So all these activities, when they are added to marketing process, so that is called marketing management. So basically it involves all the management functions, when they are integrated and combined with marketing process. So that is called marketing management. And according to American Management Association, basically marketing is a process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion and distribution of ideas, goods and services to create exchanges and satisfy the goals of the organization. So this is the definition given by American Management Association about the marketing. Okay, now let's move on to the difference between marketing and selling. So very important one. Let's try to understand what is selling all about. So basically selling is the process of transferring the ownership of goods from the seller to the consumer. So it is the transfer of ownership. This is the key word that you should learn. And in marketing, it is a complete process of creating, maintaining and serving the consumers and fulfilling their needs. So it is like creating customers, maintaining the existing customers, and also prospecting the future customers. And selling, the main aim is to earn profit, but here in marketing, the main aim is to satisfy the consumers. In selling, it starts after the production of goods. So once the goods are produced, the company starts the selling process. But marketing starts much before the production and it continues even after the sale of goods. So that means this process of marketing management, that is planned before the production, and because we try to identify the needs and wants of the consumers, and accordingly we manufacture the product. So therefore it starts much before the production, and like even after the selling of goods, the company tries to provide the after sale services and all that. So even it continues after the sale of goods. Okay, selling generally it is a persuasion act, and it persuades a consumer according to the product. So we just try to convince the consumer to buy the product, to take the ownership of the product. So that is selling. But in marketing, we generally it changes the product according to the needs of the customers. So whatever the needs of the customers, accordingly the company manufactures the product. And selling, it's a narrow concept. I mean, it is a part of marketing in fact, and marketing, it is a broad concept. So this is the difference between selling and marketing. Now let's move on to marketing philosophies. So what are the important philosophies which are attached to marketing? Now, an understanding of the philosophy or the concept to be adopted is important, as it determines the emphasis to be put on the different factors. So basically the concept or philosophy of marketing can be of 5 types. The first one is production concept, the second one the product concept or philosophy, third one the selling concept or philosophy, and fourth one the marketing concept, and fifth the societal concept. So these are the 5 main philosophies of marketing. Now let's try to understand what is this production concept is all about. According to this concept, a business organization should manufacture only those goods and services which are demanded by the consumers, and managers should try to produce the goods from available resources at lower cost. So this is the production concept. So the main object of marketing is to identify the needs and wants of the consumers, so that the organization can manufacture goods according to the customer's demand. Okay, in product concept, now according to this concept, the consumers give importance to attributes. Attributes means qualities of a product, like its performance, its features, and therefore the management should focus on developing better quality of goods and services and improving the existing product. So basically here the concept is moves around the product, the product or service that is offered for sale in the market. So the company should try to focus on its quality and try to produce better quality of goods and services for the customers. The third one is selling concept, and here an organization should undertake selling and promotion activities to increase the sale of the product. Consumers need to be guided by buying. Therefore, a business organization should focus on advertisement and sales promotion activities. So, to sell a product in the market, the company should undertake advertisement and sales promotion activities, so that the product can be easily sold in the market. So here the main object of the organization is to sell or to increase the sale of the product in the market. Okay, so that is selling concept. And when it comes to marketing concept, now this according to this concept, an organization should try to understand the needs and wants of the consumers, and it is one of the widest concept, marketing concept, and the main aim of this concept is to satisfy the consumers ultimately, and therefore this concept starts much before the production and continues even after the sale of goods. So all these lines already we have discussed previously in this video. Now let's move on to societal concept. Now Basically, this concept is related to the society. So every organization must be responsible to the society. It should take care of the society. It should supply good quality of goods and services to the society. It should not pollute the environment. So all these things you can write in societal concept. Okay, let's move on to the next important concept, functions of marketing. So there are so many functions of marketing, and as you can see on the screen, collection of market information, then market planning, then standardization and grading of products, then packaging and grading of product, then comes branding, customer support services, then we have pricing, promotion, channels of distribution, transportation and warehousing. So many functions are there. So one by one, it's very simple, not very difficult one. Like collecting market information, that means trying to find the taste and preference of the consumers, their needs, their wants, and accordingly the marketing plans are drawn by the company. Okay, this is market planning, how the product will be sold in the market. So the company does all sorts of planning here. Then the company does the standardization and grading of the product. There are different standards which are there in the in the legal framework of a country. So accordingly it should follow the the standardization marks and symbols. Okay, then comes packaging. Packaging is very important, packaging and labeling, because it protects the product from damages. It makes the product very attractive to the customers, and even like it can create a brand image in the minds of the customers. Then comes branding. So this is again a very important function of marketing, because branding basically it distinguishes a product from the competitor's product, and once the brand is created in the minds of the customers, it becomes very difficult, I mean very easy to sell the product in the market. And then we have customer support services. Only just selling the goods is not sufficient. The company must provide after sale services. Then we have pricing. How to fix the pricing, how to fix the price of the product. So there are a lot of things that is considered. The first one is cost of production. Then what is the competitor's price, government policies, taxes. So all these are analyzed properly before pricing the product. Then we have promotion. Promotion here, all sorts of advertisements and sales promotion schemes which are to be done by the company to promote the product. Okay, then the company has to select a channel of distribution, how it will distribute the product in the market, because market is very vast and the company has to choose one of the most suitable channel for the distribution of product. Then comes transportation. Transportation, I mean logistics. The products are to be moved from the manufacturer's place to the marketplace. So for that, the company should have a good transportation facility. And then the marketing management also looks after the warehousing. I mean the always you find the factories, they keep on producing the product, and to store them properly, systematically, the company needs warehouses. So that is again a very important function of marketing. ओके चिल्ड्रन, आगे चलते हैं नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट में, एंड यहाँ पे है रोल ऑफ मार्केटिंग. आई मीन द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ मार्केटिंग और सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ मार्केटिंग, एंड हाउ इट प्लेज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट in the growth and development of a firm, for the economy and also for the consumers. Okay, so let's see like how it helps in the growth and development of a firm. Okay, so marketing helps in achieving the objectives of the firm. This is very simple, no problem with that. It helps in the growth and expansion of the company or the firm. That is also very simple. And it also helps to identify the needs of the customers, and it helps to design the product according to the needs and the wants of the consumers. You can also specify some more, it also helps a company to fix the prices of the product. So there are so many roles advantages of marketing to the firm. Let's see how marketing helps in the growth and development of an economy. Basically, it acts as a catalyst in the economic development of a country. Now, catalyst means a substance or a factor that increases the rate of growth, or the rate of increase of a substance. So it acts as a catalyst. It helps in the growth and development of an economy. Then it helps to raise the standard of living of the people of a country by making available the international standards of goods and services. So that is also very simple. It can inspire people to become entrepreneurs, to set up their own enterprises, and in that way it tries to solve the unemployment problem of an economy. Okay, the next one is it helps in the smooth flow of goods from factories to the marketplaces. So that is also one of the important function of marketing management. And lastly, it helps to accelerate the economic activity, leading to higher income, more consumption, more savings, and more investment. So overall, the country gets benefited by the process of marketing management. Okay, let's move on to one of the very important part of marketing management, and that is marketing mix. Basically, marketing mix is a set of marketing tools that a firm uses to achieve the objectives of a firm. And these tools are popularly known as 4 Ps. And 4 Ps stands for product, price, place, and promotion. And these are also known as elements or components of marketing mix. So every firm, it prepares its marketing strategy by mixing these elements. Okay, so one by one we will discuss all these 4 elements. Okay, the first one is product mix. Now here in this strategy, a firm takes decisions on the quality and quantity of products that is to be produced for the customers, and it also looks after the size, weight, shape, packaging, labeling, all these things. So everything about the product, the company tries to make the product according to the needs of the customers, and it also tries to make the product more attractive, and like that. Then comes price mix. So here, as the name implies, it fixes the price of the product, and the price of the products are fixed on the basis of cost of production, competitors price, and objectives of the firm. So this is again a very complex function of management. Then comes place mix. Place mix means distribution of goods through various channels of distribution. So there are a lot of intermediaries or middlemen involved in that, like wholesalers, retailers, agents, C&F agents. So through them the company distributes products all over the country. And lastly, promotion. How to promote the product? What type of advertisement strategy that the company should use to promote its product? Okay, now let's move on to the next concept, product. So product means all tangible and non-tangible things which can satisfy consumer wants. Very simple. Generally we generally think that product means only tangible things, but no, product involves both tangible and non-tangible. That means goods and services. And in other words, we can also define product as anything that can be offered to a market to satisfy the consumer want. And basically a product is a bundle of utilities which is purchased because it provides benefits. So it's very simple. There are so many ways in which we can define this term. And basically a product gives 3 types of benefits to a customer. The first one is functional benefit, the second one psychological benefit, and third one social benefit. Now here I have given one example here. Suppose a person buys a motorcycle. So it provides functional utility of transportation, but At the same time, it also provides the prestige and esteem to the consumer. And so this is psychological benefit. And when we look at the social benefit, so basically, by way of acceptance from the group by riding a motorbike, because most of the people in the society, they use motorbike for transportation. So in that way, it can also provide social benefits. Now let's move on to different types of product, classification of products. Basically, we can divide the products into two categories: consumer product and industrial product. Now what are these consumer products? Basically, products which are directly consumed by consumers for satisfying their wants is called consumer product. For example, soap, vegetable, clothes. So on a daily basis we use these products, so these are all consumer product. And again, we can classify this consumer product on the basis of shopping efforts and on the basis of durability. So these are also very important. So on the basis of shopping efforts, we can divide the product into three types: convenience product, shopping product, and specialty products. Now let's try to understand what are these convenience products. As the name implies, convenience, that means the customer can easily buy these products with less efforts. And examples of such products can be ice cream, medicines, newspapers, stationery items, like that. And some important characteristics of convenience products are these products are purchased locally, I mean with less efforts and time. And we have a regular demand for these products. On a daily basis, we need these items. And they have comparatively low prices. They are generally branded products like toothpaste, tea leaves, like that. And here in these products, the competition is very high, very competitive market. And therefore the firm has to spend a lot of money on advertisements for selling these products. So that's very simple. Okay, let's move on to shopping products. So what are these shopping products? These products are not frequently purchased and take a lot of time and efforts of the consumer to buy these products. And we can give examples of clothes, shoes, jewelry, furniture. So these products are called shopping products. And the main characteristics are these are generally durable in nature. That means they can be used again and again for a longer period of time. And they have comparatively higher prices than convenience product. And before buying, the customers make comparison of different companies product. And the role of salesman is very important in selling these products. So this is the concept of shopping products. Now let's move on to specialty product. Now here these products have special features for which the consumers spend again more time and efforts. And this can be cars, jewelries, antiques, like that. And the demand for these products is relatively inelastic. That is, even if there is a change in the price, the demand will not change. Okay, so these are generally demanded for the sake of social status or hobby, and like that. Okay, some characteristics of specialty products. The demand is limited, as relatively very few people buy these products, and these products are generally very expensive. And the customer have to put in a lot of efforts to buy these products. Okay, and to sell these products, as far as firm is concerned, it has to do a very aggressive advertisement. I mean, the company has to spend a lot of resources to sell these products. And after sales service for these products plays a very important part. Okay, so this is the specialty product. Now let's move on to the different types of product on the basis of durability. It's very simple. On the basis of this, we can divide the products into durable product, non-durable product, and services. So there can be three types of product here. As the name implies, durable product, they are again used for a longer period of time, and refrigerator, radio cycles. So these are the examples of durable products, and these goods have a higher margin and require a lot of personal selling efforts of the salesman, and also after sales services. And non-durable products cannot be used again and again for a longer period of time, and they are generally perishable in nature, like for example toothpaste, detergents, bathing soaps, bread, biscuits, like that. Okay, services, as we know, these are intangible products. That means it cannot be seen, touched, and moved, and we need the services of a variety of people like doctors, engineers, lawyers, barbers, like that. And these are few characteristics of service as a product. Basically, these are intangible in nature, and a service is inseparable from the source. That means the person who provides the service and his service cannot be separated. Like in case of goods, we can take possession of goods, but we can't take the possession of the service. And these are highly perishable in nature. I mean, you cannot store the services. So once you use the services, it will collapse. And services are highly variable, as it depends on the quality of the person which provides the services. So you know, the quality of the service provider plays an important part. Okay, now let's move on to the next type of product, that is industrial products. And those products which are used to produce other goods and services are called industrial products. It's very simple, and we can give examples of machines, tools, equipments, engines, raw materials, like that. A few characteristics you can note down, that the number of buyers of industrial products are very limited. Only few firms and industries are the buyers, and these goods are sold through shorter channel, I mean the direct channel. Directly manufacturers sell them to the consumer, and these markets are highly concentrated in specific areas only. They are not widely dispersed, and like wherever we find the plenty of resources, I mean raw materials, labor, so there only we can find this type of product, where the raw materials are easily available to manufacture. And these are basically technical products, and therefore it needs a lot of efforts in the part of the consumer to buy these products. And these products are very expensive and needs heavy investments. So this is about the industrial product. Okay, now let's move on to the next concept, very important one for the exam: branding. Now what is branding? Branding is the process of giving name, sign, symbol to a product. It makes that product different from others and create a brand image in the minds of the customers. So giving a unique name or sign or symbol to a product can create a better image or impression in the minds of the customer. So that process is called branding. We have some popular brands that we generally use, like Raymond's, Colgate, Levi's, etc. And a firm has to decide whether the firm's product will be marketed under one single brand name or a generic name. So generic name refers to the whole class of the product, like for example book or watch or camera or soap. So this is called generic name, and I mean the common name. And brand name is bit different, so it distinguishes the particular brand product from the generic product. Like when we talk about watch, so Titan, so this is one brand that generally people buy. Okay, so there are these few terms related with the branding that you must learn. Like you must know what is brand. Brand is a name, term, symbol or sign or design given to a product. And brand name, brand name, that part of brand which can be spoken, so that is called a brand name. Like Asian Paints, Saffola, Maggie. So I've given a lot of examples. You must learn these examples for the exam. And brand mark. Now what is that? That part of brand which can be recognized but not utterable. I mean, you cannot speak them. So basically it is in the form of a symbol or a design or a different color. So that is brand mark. You might have seen on the product also. One more term, that is trademark. Basically a brand that is given a legal protection is called trademark. Very important. So basically here, after giving the trademark, the other companies cannot use that name or symbol, right? Okay. So how branding is important for the companies? Let's see. The first one is it makes product different from the competitors. So that helps the firm to sell the product easily in the market. And branding also acts as advertising, because once that image or impression is created in the minds of the customers, it's very difficult to it's very easy to sell the product. Even like the company can sell the product without much advertisements. So branding acts as an advertisement. Then comes pricing. Branding enables the firm to charge a little bit higher prices than its competitors, because customers, they generally have a good impression about the product and they will buy the product definitely. And it helps to introduce a new product. That is also very important, because under the same brand name, that is called umbrella branding. So we can introduce, a company can introduce different products under the same brand. Okay. Now advantages of branding to customers. So the first one is it helps to identify the product. Like among all the products, a company, the consumers can easily identify. Like for example, when we visit a store to buy a toothpaste, so we generally have an impression that okay, Pepsodent is better than other toothpaste, so we will just ask for Pepsodent. So in that way, a customer can easily buy that. Then branding also ensures that the given product is of good quality, because the customers generally use the same type of goods again and again. So they are 100% sure about the quality of the product. The third one is status symbol. Some brands, generally, very expensive products. So they have some status symbol, like, Apple iPhone, or Mercedes or Ferraris. So these products, itself, they have such a brand image in the minds of the customers that they just want to buy this product as a status symbol. Okay. Now let's move on to what are the different characteristics of a good brand name. So before a company gives a brand name to its product, what are the factors that it should consider? The brand name should be very short, easy to pronounce, spell or recognize or remember. Like you might have seen Ponds, VIP, Rin, Vim. So these products are very, the names are very, very simple, very short. So before creating a brand name, the company must ensure that it should be short. And the brand should also suggest the benefits and qualities of the product. The next characteristic of a good brand name, that it should be distinctive. Distinctive means it should be different from the competitor's brand. So that makes the difference. Then the next characteristic is it should be adaptable to packing, labeling requirements, because the company also does packaging. So the brand should also correlate with packaging. I mean labeling, when it puts labels, or when the company packs the product, the brand name should appear on that. And lastly, a good brand name should be legally registered, so that provides protection to the brand legally. Okay. Let's move on to packaging, and this is again a very important concept in marketing management. Basically, packaging is a process of designing a container or wrapper of a product, and it plays a very important role when we talk about non-durable products. And because these non-durable products are perishable in nature, so these are generally food items. So their packing should be very very carefully done by the company. And there are different levels of packaging. There are three levels of packaging: primary package, secondary packaging, and transportation packaging. Now one by one we will discuss about this. Now what is this primary packaging? Basically it refers to the product's immediate container, and in some cases the primary package is kept till the consumer is ready to use the product. A very good example here: a plastic packet for socks, whereas in other cases it is kept throughout the entire life of the product. Like for example, toothpaste tube. So generally the toothpaste is put inside the tube. So we just can't throw away the tube of the toothpaste. So this is primary packaging, very good example. Okay, let's move on to secondary packaging. It refers to additional layers of protection that are kept till the product is ready for use. And for example, tube of a shaving cream usually comes in a cardboard box. So that is secondary packaging. So generally the customers they throw this cardboard before using the product. And thirdly, transportation packaging, as the name implies, it further the packaging component is added so that goods can be easily transported from the warehouses or the for the manufacturing unit to the customer, to the consumers. Okay, now let's see how this packaging plays an important role in the marketing of goods and services. Okay, the first one is it helps in raising the standards of health and sanitation. Self-service outlets are there, innovations and product differentiation. So these are the different heads under which we will study the importance of packaging. Okay, rising standards of health and sanitation. Now because of the increasing standards of the living in the country, more and more people are started purchasing packaged goods. So basically it is an awareness which makes this health and sanitation of the product more important, appeal to the customers. So therefore packaging plays an important role. Then self-service outlets. The self-service retail outlets are becoming very very popular in major cities and towns. Because of this role, the personal selling have gone to packaging. So basically we might have seen a lot of super bazaars where people generally go for self service purchasing. So they move around in the super bazaars in the market and pick their product. So therefore before, like the customers different customers move into that. So it's very important that the company should have a good packaging system for these products. Otherwise the customers handling will result in damage of the product. Then we have innovations. So some of the recent developments in the area of packaging have completely changed the marketing scene in the country. Like for example, milk can now be stored for 4 or 5 days without refrigeration. So this is the technology that the firms are using now, and due to this factor also the role of packaging is becoming more important. Then product differentiation. Packaging is one of the very important means of creating product differentiation. I mean, the color, size, material of the packages can make the real difference in the minds of the customers about the quality. So looking at the packet only, the customers can know okay, I need this product, I want to buy this product. So that is called product differentiation. So packaging helps in differentiating the product. Okay, then comes functions of packaging, very important for your exam. The first one is product identification. As the name implies, it helps to identify the products from so many products. So by looking at the packet only, we can recognize, we can identify the product that we want to buy. Then a product protection, that is also very simple. A good packet protects the product from damage due to mishandling, or in transportation or in warehousing. Then we have product uses. So a packet contains all the important information about the uses of the product. So a customer can have a view before using the product. Then product promotion. Packaging also helps in promoting the product. It helps in advertising the product. So in that way you can write. Okay. The next concept is labeling. Labeling is a process of putting a small label indicating the price, weight, size and instructions to use the given product. So this is the definition. It's a small symbol which is put on the product, and it contains price of the product, weight of the product, size of the product, color of the product and how to use the product. And this labeling can be of two types. It can be a simple tag on the product, or it can be in the form of a complex graphic. We know about simple tags, which are basically attached to unbranded products like sugar, wheat, pulses and all that. And complex design graphics, they are very attractive. We can see that graphic of boat and patwar on the packet of Old Spice shaving lotion. So these are all labels that the company used to differentiate the product from other products. Okay, now let's move on to functions of labeling. So the first one is product description. It describes the product, like its ingredients, its uses, its color, its weight, its size, so like that. So we get the full description of the product on the label. Then identification of the product or the brand. So by looking at the label, we can identify the product that we would like to buy. And it also helps in the grading of the product. We can grade the product different. So that also labeling can be a very good a factor for that. Then labeling helps in the promotion of the product. It helps in the advertisement of the product. So you might have seen that on the packet, on the label, it is written 40% free, or a free toothbrush inside, or save rupees 15. So these are all the promotion strategies which are used by the companies to sell their products, and these are generally put on the labels. And due to some legal information, due to some government regulations, these labels contain some legal information, like some products like cigarettes. So smoking is injurious to health. So this is written because of the legal requirement, and like that. Okay. The next concept is pricing. So what is pricing? We know that price may be defined as the amount of money paid by the buyer of the product or service, and the process of fixing the price of goods and services is known as pricing. So it's very simple, and no product can be launched without a price tag. So all the companies, they generally look to make profits and sell their products, so they have to have a price for the product. Okay, factors affecting the price fixing or determination. So before the company fixes the price, it is very important to know that what are the objectives of the firm, whether the firm wants to sell more or the firm wants to earn more rather than selling. So these are the different objectives of the firm, and accordingly the firm fixes the price. If it wants to sell more, it has to keep the price low, and vice versa. Then we have cost of production. This is the most important one, because whatever be the cost of production, the company adds some profit and we get the market price of the product. So that's a very simple strategy of determining the price. Then we have competition, I mean competitors price. So your competitors, in what price they are selling the same product in the market. So on the basis of that, we can fix the price of our product. Then comes demand. What is the demand? How is the demand? Like whether it is elastic or inelastic. So if the demand is inelastic, the firm can charge a very high price for that, because they know that the demand will not change. So they can charge a higher price for that. And in case of elastic, a small price is charged, because if there is a small change in the price, there will be a large change in the demand of the product. So like that. Okay, government regulations, some regulations are there of the taxes, I mean GST. So all these taxes are to be included in the MRP of the product. Okay, so now let's move on to the next concept, physical distribution. So what is this physical distribution all about? Basically, it is concerned with the making of the goods and services available to the customers at the right place and at the right time. And here there are two factors considered. One is channels of distribution and the other is physical distribution. Okay, now let's see what are channels of distribution. Very important for your exam. Do learn this concept carefully. Okay, now this channel of distribution refers to the paths that help in transferring the goods and services from producers to consumers. So channels means ways, paths through which the goods are distributed to the customers. And there are a lot of intermediaries, which are also known as middlemen, involved in the channel of distribution, like wholesalers, retailers, agents, dealers, C&F agents, like that. Okay, now let's study about the different functions or role of middlemen. So as we know, these middlemen are important in the channel, and the very first function is grouping. Middlemen bought goods from different producers and sort out them into the groups based on size, weight, color and quality. So this is called grouping the product. Then comes allocation. Now here the intermediaries divide the stock into small units and sell them in the market, and they also provide packages for the product. So this is called allocation function of the middleman. Then comes promotion function. So sometimes middlemen make advertisements to promote the products. They may introduce various sales promotion schemes, like display, demonstration, contest, to popularize the product. So they themselves spend a lot of money on the advertisement process. Then comes negotiation. Now generally middlemen negotiate with producers and retailers about the price and quality of the product. So that helps them to fix the prices of the product. So they do negotiations to make the price more competitive for the customers. Then risk taking. This is one of the very important function of the middlemen. They take various types of risk, like storage risk, spoilage risk, price change risk, demand change risk. So there are so many risks attached and with this, and these middlemen they generally take this risk. Okay. Now the most important concept, the different types of channels of distribution. Basically there are two types. One is the direct channel, which is also known as zero level channel, and indirect channel. Now what is this direct channel all about? This is the simplest and shortest mode of distribution, and in this channel goods are directly available to the by the manufacturers to the customers without any middlemen, and this is also known as zero level channel. There are few very good examples here, like there are so many manufacturers who sell directly to the customers through their retail outlets, like McDonald, Bata. So they have their own outlets and they sell directly to the customers through them. Eureka Forbes, that is also a very good example of that. So this is direct channel. Indirect channels. Now here goods are moved through various intermediaries before it is finally reached to the consumers. So there are different indirect channels. The first one is manufacturer to retailer to consumer, and this is also known as one level channel, because there is only one middleman between manufacturer and consumer. And mainly the different types of goods which are sold through these channels, maybe cars, I mean or electronic devices, so they are sold directly through retailers. The second type is manufacturer to wholesaler to retailer to consumer. This is called two level channel, because here two middlemen are involved. So these products are generally sold through this, like soaps, clothes, rice, sugar, pulses. So where wholesalers and retailers both are involved in the channel of distribution. The third one is, again, it's a very the longest channel in fact, and here the manufacturer sells to agents, agents sell to wholesaler, wholesaler sells to retailers, and finally retailers sell to consumers. This is also known as three level channel, and here three middlemen are involved in this. And generally these FMCG products, like fast moving consumer products like toothpaste, soap, tea, shampoo, so these are generally sold through the longest channel where the competition is the largest. Okay, the next concept, factors that determine the choice of channels of distribution. So before deciding, like as far as the firm is concerned, a firm has to take decisions like which channel it has to follow. So it must look for the nature of the product. How is the nature, whether it is consumer product or industrial product, durable or non-durable, perishable. So there are so many types of product, and for different products we have different channels of distribution. Then comes nature of the firm, whether the company wants to remove the middleman, or it will directly it needs middlemen. So it depends on the object, on the nature of the firm. Then comes competition. How is the competitor strategy, what type of channel they are using. So accordingly the company has to follow their channels, right? Then comes market. And if here, like for example, the company wants to sell on a bigger market, on a wide market, then it has to follow an indirect channel of distribution. And if it wants to only sell on a one particular market, then it can go for direct channel. Okay, now let's talk about physical distribution. And physical distribution is movement of goods from place of production to the place of marketing or distribution, and it covers all the activities required to physically move the goods from manufacturer to customers. And these are all the components: transportation, warehousing, material handling, and inventory control. So these are the four main important components of physical distribution. And so this let's talk about the components here. So in the components we have the first one, order processing. Once we get the order, so we need to process that immediately to the so that can be delivered to the customer in time. The second one is transportation. Now this is basically a means of carrying goods from warehouse to the market. So it is very important that the company should have a good system of transportation. And then for physical distribution, another very important component, warehousing. The company must have good warehouses where goods can be stored safely, so there will not be any damage in that. Then we have inventory control. Like you just can't just go on producing the goods. You must have a good system of controlling the stock, inventory. So a balanced inventory is always good for the company. Okay.